Tusked samurai. In the ancient land of Japan, where samurais roamed and legends were born, a remarkable tale unfolded. A clash between an imposing walrus and a skilled samurai, each fighting for their own honor and dominance. Once upon a time, in a peaceful fishing village nestled along the tranquil shores of feudal Japan, a curious and unsettling phenomenon took root. A colossal walrus, unlike anything the villagers had ever seen, had taken residence on their precious beach. The mammoth creature's sheer presence instilled fear among the villagers, causing them to abandon their fishing grounds and livelihoods. As the news of this awe-inspiring yet intimidating spectacle spread across the villages and towns, a sense of desperation crept in. The villagers, driven by the urgency of their situation, dispatched a fervent plea for help to none other than the famed samurai Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi was a name whispered with reverence throughout the provinces. Known for his unwavering courage, indomitable spirit, and unmatched prowess with the katana, he possessed an aura that commanded respect. His gaze held the intensity of 1,000 battles, a testament to his warrior's heart. Upon receiving the villagers' call for aid, Kiyoshi embarked on a journey to the coastal village. There, standing on the pristine sand, he beheld the majestic yet imposing figure of the walrus, a sight that sent ripples of intrigue and determination coursing through his being. As he observed the walrus in its natural habitat, Kiyoshi realized that its sheer size and power were a force to be reckoned with. He understood the gravity of the situation and accepted the villagers' request for assistance. With the sun casting its warm glow upon the serene landscape, Kiyoshi approached the mighty walrus with a katana that gleamed as brilliantly as his resolve. The walrus, sensing the samurai's approach, stirred from its sun-soaked slumber and rose to its full height, casting an immense shadow across the shore. A hush fell over the beach as the tension between the two formidable figures became palpable. The air seemed to hold its breath, waiting to witness the outcome of this impending encounter. In a display of calculated aggression, Kiyoshi commenced a rapid and powerful swordplay, his katana dancing through the air with a speed and precision that mirrored his dedication to the art of combat. The walrus responded with a guttural roar that echoed like thunder, a declaration of its own strength and prowess. With a determined expression, Kiyoshi lunged forward, his katana extended. The walrus, a creature of raw power, retaliated with a mighty swing of its massive tusks. The two forces met in a clash that resonated with the weight of their convictions and the strength of their characters. Time and again, Kiyoshi pressed his attack, his katana aimed at the walrus's flank with the intention of subduing the creature. The walrus, fueled by its own instinct for survival, employed its formidable tusks in an attempt to skewer the samurai. The battlefield bore the marks of their struggle, with sand kicked up by their movements and the waters churned by the intensity of their duel. Undeterred by the walrus's imposing presence, Kiyoshi seized a moment of opportunity. With swift reflexes and a calculated maneuver, he darted forward and aimed a precise cut at the walrus's hind leg. The walrus bellowed in pain, its powerful voice reverberating across the beach as it twisted around in response. In a sudden and unexpected twist, its tail struck Kiyoshi with a force that sent him tumbling across the sand. However, Kiyoshi's resolve remained unshaken, and he quickly regained his footing. Observing the walrus's discomfort and the pain caused by its injured leg, Kiyoshi's perception shifted. He recognized that the battle was not merely about territorial dominance, it was a struggle for survival on both sides. An epiphany dawned upon the samurai as he realized that the walrus was not an enemy to be defeated, but a creature trying to protect its home. With this newfound understanding, Kiyoshi resheathed his katana, taking a step forward with open hands extended. The tension in the air seemed to abate as he demonstrated a gesture of peace, a symbol of his willingness to forge a truce rather than escalate the conflict. The walrus, its massive form exuding a mix of curiosity and caution, regarded Kiyoshi's posture with a sense of recognition. It acknowledged the samurai's act of surrender and comprehended that the battle they had waged was not a matter of hatred, but a response to the circumstances that had befallen them. In response, Kiyoshi took another step back, creating a respectful distance between himself and the formidable creature. The walrus emitted a low, almost sympathetic grunt, a sound that conveyed its own acknowledgement of the shift in dynamics. Without a trace of aggression, it turned away and began to make its way back to the ocean, leaving the shore to the villagers and the samurai. With the departure of the walrus, a collective cheer erupted among the villagers, a jubilant celebration of their newfound liberation from the shadow of the imposing creature. Gratitude filled the air as they approached Kiyoshi, their hero and savior, extending their heartfelt thanks for his intervention. Kiyoshi's journey back to his own province was marked not only by his triumphant return, but also by the tale of his unexpected encounter with the mighty walrus. The story of Kiyoshi and the walrus spread like wildfire, resonating with people of all ages and backgrounds. It became a parable of understanding and coexistence, a testament to the potential of empathy over aggression and diplomacy over conflict. As time unfurled its tapestry, the villagers absorbed the lesson Kiyoshi had imparted. They learned to coexist harmoniously with the creatures of the sea, recognizing the delicate balance of their shared ecosystem. The sea creatures, in turn, seemed to understand the villagers' way of life, seldom disrupting their livelihood. The walrus, once a source of apprehension, returned to the shore from time to time, yet it was no longer a harbinger of fear. The villagers, in an offering of goodwill, shared their catch with the massive creature, forming an unlikely bond that transcended their initial fears. Kiyoshi, the humble samurai, whose understanding had bridged the gap between two seemingly opposing forces, became a legendary figure, his name etched in the rings of history as a symbol of wisdom, compassion, and courage. His tale was recounted in songs, stories, and artwork, resonating across generations as a beacon of hope and harmony. The narrative of the samurai and the walrus, a story of confrontation that gave way to empathy, found its place within the hearts of the people. It illuminated the power of communication, the potency of empathy, and the potential for coexistence even amidst the most formidable of challenges. The villagers, who had once faced uncertainty and disruption, adapted their way of life to accommodate the creatures of the sea. Through understanding and mutual respect, they fostered a harmonious existence that benefited both parties. The legacy of Kiyoshi's encounter with the walrus endured, a timeless reminder that even the fiercest of battles can culminate in the unlikeliest of friendships. The tale lived on, weaving its message of peace and compassion into the fabric of society, serving as a beacon of hope for generations to come. In the realm of legend and lore, where samurais and creatures roam, the story of the valiant samurai and the mighty walrus remains an everlasting testament to the transformative power of empathy, the triumph of understanding, and the enduring potential of harmony. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.